gotta stop saying that. You could tell when a man is a provider because he's tall and he looks built. Put some respect on my chihuahua because he pays for everything in this house. Right, baby?
Nah, fellas, if she could be bought, she ain't worth it. See, with guys she actually likes, she doesn't make requirements of spending extra, going to certain places. She wouldn't do that with guys she likes. She's afraid that they actually won't do it. They're going to go find something that's less friction. With guys she likes, she doesn't make them jump to a bunch of these hula hoops and skip to my loos. Because they won't do it, number one. But your ass will. If she's making you all these friction points to get her on date 1, date 2, date 3, she likes your attention, but she really don't like you like that. With guys she likes, she'll do whatever. They say, let's go to the diner. Well, perfect. Let's go hang out in the park. Yes, let's do it. Because she likes him. See, she has to actually like you. If she's placing requirements on where you go, and it's conditional on where you take her and how you take her, she's using you. She's using you. She doesn't really like you like that. Nope. Because girls that like guys, they don't do that. Because the minute they put a stipulation on the guy they actually like, and he's that guy, he might say, no, who the f*** you playing with? Not over here, sweetheart, no. You like me, right? Yeah, exactly. Don't get confused out here, fellas. There are guys that she will even hit up first all the time, the ones that she actually likes. Oh. Yeah, she ain't gonna tell you that. But that is true. There are guys that she will actually hit up first because she actually likes him. She doesn't want to lose him out of her life. But with you, she never talks to you. She's waiting because she likes your attention, and maybe she likes the way you bring her out or all this other shit. She don't like you like that.
A woman in the comments was like, this is not true. If a guy I like won't do it, I'll move on to the next one. The next man making 6 figures and over 6 feet tall.
Good morning, single people. Delete your dating apps. He's not in there. Unless you are someone who likes to run, don't go to Run Club. He's not in there. Do not take a pottery class or a cooking class hoping to meet a single straight man. You know what kind of straight men go to those? The ones dragged there by their partners. Do not listen to any dating coach who makes money off of single people when they tell you where you might find someone. They don't know, they made it up. So if I don't think you should do those things, how do I think you're going to find a partner? I think you're going to find one by accident. That's how people meet. They meet by accident. They meet because they got lucky. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's how people meet. You can pay for or you can get the truth for free. It's up to you. I don't like how the dating industry takes advantage of single women's hope and longing, so I don't allow that to happen. So if you are single and you would like a partner, congratulations, you're just like me. But I'm not going to listen to anybody's nonsense, especially when they're charging money for it. Live your life, do the things you enjoy doing, and at some point, we will meet partners. That I do believe. I can't tell you when, where, or how, but I can tell you the truth for free.
Even though I don't necessarily agree with everything that she has to say, I do agree that a lot of these female dating coaches have nothing but nonsense to say.
If I ever dated you, no, I didn't. If we were ever together in any kind of capacity and we are not anymore, we never were. I genuinely feel like I get dating amnesia. Like I just genuinely, anyone that I ever have dated ever before my current boyfriend and future husband was a fever dream. That wasn't even me. Okay. It might have been you, but I was not there. And know that whenever you are brought up, I pretend like I have no idea who you are. I've never met you before in my life. I've never met you before. We have nothing in common. We have no history. I've never experienced that emotion with you. So if we dated, no, we didn't. Don't ever tell anybody that information. Ever. It's a lie.
This is one of the reasons that men don't believe a word that modern women have to say.
So this gentleman asked a very respectful question. He says, how does a grown woman with agency allow someone to invade their personal space if it doesn't feel right? So basically, why would a woman allow a man to kiss her on a first date if she doesn't want that? And the answer is very simple. They're afraid. They're afraid that if they tell the man no, what his reaction's going to be. For example, one time I went out on a date with a man and I told him that I was not kissing him, and he pushed me against my car in a public parking lot during the day and tried to kiss down my neck and tried to seduce me and grab my full and try to go up my skirt, and I had to push him off of me and leave. We're afraid they're going to respond that way. Also, we're afraid they're going to get angry. I had another man get upset that I did not want to kiss him after the date. And he texted me as I was leaving the parking lot and said, well, what are you going to do if I just follow you home? To which I responded, you're not going to want to do that because I have a pew-pew in my house and I'm not afraid to use it and I'm a good aim. And his response was, you would never even make it to the house. So I had to drive around town before heading home to make sure that he wasn't following me home. So there are times that a woman will let the man have the kiss because they are afraid that he might be one of those predators who is a toddler, who doesn't want to be told no, who can't control himself, who gets angry when he doesn't get his way, and then sees you as a challenge to dominate. Now, I try to educate men and let them know that if it's not an enthusiastic yes, then they should not even try. Don't look for mixed signals. Just look for an enthusiastic yes. And if you don't have that, then she's not comfortable. And most likely she's scared. But thanks for asking the question.
Yeah, man, if the woman don't want you, go home. If you got to have it, there are ways that you can get it without going down this route, man. Don't be a predator. Don't be a criminal. Just go home, man. Your life will be better that way. So there was a recent tragedy with a situation of divorce. And this is what this lady is talking about in the next clip.
I feel like I just had an out-of-body experience. This really sweet lady pops up on my For You page because she's about to be a newly single mom. She's going through a divorce and she's asking for tips on how to handle that. And she's talking about how her soon-to-be ex-husband is being amazing during the entire process and he's being supportive. I go to the comment section to leave a comment of support because I've been there. And all the comments are saying RIP to her. Barely 2 weeks after she posted that video, just recently on the 28th of December, her soon-to-be ex-husband, her. And this is what we mean when we say, you can't tell the good ones from the bad ones. I'm sure there seems to be, from what she said, nothing in that relationship leading up to that point that would have made her think that this was going to happen to her, that made her suspicious, that he was going to turn dangerous. In fact, she was talking about how well he was taking the entire scenario, just for 2 weeks later for him to turn around and do that to her. You truly never know a person, and this is why women feel like we have to be on guard with many men. Anyway, rest in peace to Jennifer Sheffield. That was just gut-wrenching, honestly.
So, about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband is being incredible though, really and truly, we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, everything is good. It is a very civil divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, I'm going to be on my own, single income right now, and he will be helping with her, he will be supporting her, so essentially, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her. However, I will be on a very limited income, with buying a new house and, paying a mortgage and all that stuff. So, I've never done this before. I've never been on my own before. So, if you have any tips, saving money, making money, anything like that, I would really appreciate it. Coffee at home, I take caffeine pills, I do my own hair, nails, everything. I do all that. So yeah, if you just have any tips, I would really appreciate it, because I'm a little scared right now.
So this video was December 10th, 2024. And this lady's going to explain exactly what happened. And then maybe I'll leave my response in totality that's a little bit more lengthier about the whole situation.
On December 28th, 2024, police responded to a welfare check on a quiet neighborhood in Brandon, Mississippi. In the residence, police would find the bodies of 30-year-old Jennifer Sheffield and her husband, Brandon. It's being reported that Brandon killed Jennifer before unaliving himself. Family members stated they called cops after coming to the Sheffield residence and discovering evidence of foul play. When police arrived is when they found the bodies, shaking up many in this quiet community. It's still unclear what exactly happened, but Jennifer did change her relationship to single on one of her social media pages. It appears this was a case of domestic violence that led to murder, possibly because Jennifer wanted out of the relationship. Jennifer worked at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. She was described as a loving and kind mother. My deepest sympathy go to her family and friends.
So I did see this video come up on my For You page a couple of times, and I was about to cover it, but I'm glad I didn't, because I went back and actually listened to it. Maybe the second or third time it came up on my For You page, or I saw it on my For You page, and it was a really tragic story. And I came from it from the standpoint of this woman doesn't really seem to be trashing her. I looked on her page, don't really seem to be trashing her husband. It just seems like she's doing her own thing. She's going in a different direction. One thing that my wife said, which I think is very true, is, well, we really don't know what was going on behind closed doors. We don't know what he was saying, what she was saying. We just don't know. That's not to say that him taking his life or taking her life and then taking his life, leaving their baby girl alone, or their little girl alone because she's not a baby, leaving her alone. Not to say that that's right, but we just don't know the full scope of it. But I think I was coming at it from the standpoint of, there's so many women out here, modern women, that get online and trash their husbands. He's a terrible man. He's a terrible father. I'm not going to let him see the kids. I'm going to take him for everything that he's worth. But this woman got on here and she was like, well, he seems to be, he's taking the divorce well. I'm about to be a single mom, so I just need some tips on how to save money. If there's any advice, I'd love it. She's not trashing the dude. So I just thought from that standpoint, it was like, man, why'd you have to go and do that to her? And I say that also because there's a lot of women out there that be like, oh man, men don't speak out. They don't support. They don't stand up. They don't protect and provide. When really that's not the case. There are many men that protect, provide, and they'll listen to the story. They'll hear this story. And then they'll be like, man, what the heck? This dude is a psychopath, or he was. And it's like, man, I would never allow my daughter to go through that. I would never want my daughter. That's why I'm teaching my daughter and my sons to do X, Y, and Z. I'm training my boy up to be like this. If you run into this, then just leave. There are many men that do that, but they never get the credit because modern women be out here, well, that's a bare minimum. So I'm just making this little response, even though I don't really like doing long-winded responses anymore, just to say that there are dudes out there that think that this stuff is absolutely wrong. And there are still dudes that protect, provide, and actually hear and listen to women and think that this is out of line.
This is a daily reminder that everybody don't cheat. I don't care what society says. I don't care what Lotto say. I don't care what Jada say. I don't care what Megan say. I don't care what Lil Baby say. I don't care what Barack Obama say. I don't care what Donald Trump say. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody don't cheat. Everybody's not a cheater. Everybody don't betray their partner. Everybody don't lie to their partner to their face and then do stuff behind their back. Everybody don't do that. Everybody don't do that. There's consequences and repercussions for doing things like that. Remember that. Everybody don't cheat. And don't ever let society and propaganda make you or force you, don't allow it to get in your head and make you start believing and telling other people everybody cheat. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to the people you love. Don't do that. It's harmful. It's dangerous. It's unhealthy to have a state of mind like that, to think like that, to believe something like that. You already setting yourself up if you think like that. You're setting yourself up without even knowing it. Stop listening to everybody. Stop listening to people who always find themselves in situations with a cheater. Don't listen to nobody like that. Don't marry, not marry, whoever, whatever. The side chick, the side whoever. Don't listen to those type of people, bro. Don't listen to the people that are participating in the problem. Everybody's not a cheater. Yes, no? Okay, thank you.
There's a lady in the comments that said it's crazy that Sexy Red, Summer Walker, and Lotto, and some of the baddest celebrities will say that all men cheat and to accept it. Like, huh? And I have to agree. Why would you put this in music knowing that there are young ladies listening and this is what they're going to expect? And then we wonder why women they accept things that they probably shouldn't and just say, well, just give me the money, that way I'll be happy. At least he was good looking. What? I guess I'm looking at that ring on her finger and trying to figure out how modern women think it's okay to get on here and show their chest, talking about lifestyle, food, and whatever the heck she was talking about in her bio. But then if a man should go and like some other woman's photos or whatever, whatnot, then it'd be a problem. I mean, ma'am, you got your behind all out on Instagram, but all of a sudden, all men cheat. They not faithful. All right, ma'am, go put some clothes on.
All I did was post about me getting a man simple flowers. I didn't even spend that much money. I brought him flowers, and everybody's so mad. I'm sorry. That's the problem with dating these days. Y'all expect everyone else to do everything for you, but you wouldn't raise a pinky for a single soul. Why would anyone want to do that for you? I don't give a if people don't appreciate things at times. That's why you learn how to read people better. Wow. Like, and why is it the fact that I'm a woman so wrong for getting a man flowers? He told me he liked flowers. Most men don't get flowers until they die. Only you miserable internet are like this. Everyone in real life likes gestures still. Wow, that's why you're lonely on the internet.
Unfortunately, she's not lying. These modern women are miserable.
Where women are being told it's unattractive to be educated. It's unattractive to have degrees and accomplishments and a career and everything else. A little bit.
Posts like this is why I will never stay out of women's business, because what is she talking about? Who on this earth has ever said it's unattractive for a woman to have degrees or a career? You're telling me that you genuinely believe that accomplishments give men the ick? Never in my life have I asked one of my male friends how a date went, and he was like, man, it went really well, but then, she had a job, so I don't think I can date her. There'd be times where I'd bring up a girl I was talking to in conversation, and someone asked me, what does she do for a living? And I couldn't answer because it was too embarrassing. In 2025, as a man, you want to be able to say your girl is doing something, okay? She's in school. This is her career. She's doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to let anybody sit here and imply that men just want a woman who sits here and exists off vibes. And look, it's very rare that I speak for all men, but when I tell you, there's no reasonable man who is actively, unattracted to women who have degrees. This is literally a lie. I've never heard anybody say it in my life. This is a crazy video that she made. Again, I know there's a narrative that men don't care about accomplishments, but I feel like that's as far as it goes, just not caring one way or another. But I promise you, no man with his brain completely intact is avoiding women who have accomplished things. It just makes no sense.
And you shouldn't want to be around that dude either. Just don't be a strong, independent woman and you should be good.
The reason why I think it's so important for a man to bring value to a woman's life is because the world is designed for women to be single. There's more for us to get out of life if we're single. Things start becoming free. We start getting invited to a million different things. People want to take care of you as a woman. They want to invite you to parties. They want to invite you to events. And so when a woman locks herself down with a man, she is closing off a lot of opportunities to be with him. And if he's not providing a value to her, or at least matching what she would have been losing out on, then being with him is a loss. She's taking a loss to be with him. You guys know I was in a relationship pretty much all of last year. And obviously when you're in a relationship, you're loyal, you're not meeting new people, you're not taking the opportunities that are being presented to you, free things that are being presented to you. But now I'm single and obviously the same opportunities and better are being presented to me. Now I'm actually taking them, and I'm just reflecting on the last year and thinking about how much I missed out on while being with this person. Not that I regret it, and not that I would do anything differently. Like, I love this person very dearly, so like obviously like that was the choice I wanted to make, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. But for someone new to come into my life, they have to somewhat match that level of like the life that I'm living right now while I'm single, and all the things that I'm getting, all the dinners that are getting paid for, that sort of stuff. So if he can't even match that, like, why would I give up what I have now, like all these opportunities, for somebody that's like not even measuring up? Sorry if that's harsh.
Somebody in the comments said, this will not age well, literally and figuratively. Another dude said, shock, she's single. And then another dude asked, and what if the man has a lot of opportunities? What do you have to offer? Her response was, real masculine men don't need to ask questions like this. Really? What would they be asking? Why would they not be asking questions at all? Once again, modern women don't want to be questioned about anything, but they want to question men about everything.